This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Start creating your own online space in just a few clicks, with no upfront payment required. Hey guys, in this video we're going to cover a load of textured resource packs that were released over the past month for Minecraft 1.18.1 and 1.18.2. The timing of this video has left me in a weird spot as we're going between versions again, but because the update is so minor, all these packs will work on both versions. If you like the look of these packs, you can find the links in the description below, and you can find more awesome texture packs for these versions on my channel. Heritage adds lots of new models into Minecraft, which can be crafted by renaming vanilla items and then placing them inside an item frame. Packs like these are great, as they give access to the likes of furniture without having to install mods. The developer of this pack has even created a fancy-looking catalog, and I can tell that a lot of work has gone into the pack. Items that can be placed down include tables, chairs, desks, piano benches, vases, screens, wall clocks, jewelry boxes, and more. The texture work is beautiful, and I'm sure many of you will enjoy this pack. Because the items are placed in item frames, you can also rotate the items however you'd like. Urban will make Minecraft look hyper-realistic. It's available in high resolutions, but these are locked behind the developer's Patreon. Without Patreon, you can use the 128 times resolution version, and that's the version I'm showcasing here, so you know what to expect. Some of my favorite changes come to blocks like grass and leaves, although the new amethyst crystals look great too. This is shaping up to be a great pack, and one of the better options under the realism theme. In my last resource pack video, I showcased a pack which changes the wolf into a dragon. Now there's this pack which changes wolves to look like the Ender Dragon instead. They look pretty cute, and when tamed, they'll wear a collar with a bell. The sounds are also changed so they match the Ender Dragon. Axolotl Hats add some new hats, which can be obtained by renaming a carved pumpkin and then placed on the player's head. They come in 6 different colors, which are blue, pink, gold, green, white, and brown, although you can also display them inside item frames for decoration. The Enderman is changed massively with this resource pack. Depending on the biome they spawn in, an Enderman will have a different design, and my favorite has to be the Nether variant, which has an orange glow. They're also a lot scarier in general, and they feel like they're straight out of a fantasy-themed game. Some have horns too, which add further variation, and they look great, especially during the night with their emissive textures. Another animal pack comes with cuter cats. With it installed, kittens are designed to look a bit chubbier, although I think adult cats look slightly bigger too. Adult cats will now be wearing sweaters when they're tamed, and the color can be changed using dyes. They've been improved a lot, as they now have more prominent features like pointy ears and whiskers. Remodeled Wood focuses on trees, and the first change comes to spruce and birch leaves, which should be more easily distinguishable with their new colors. Birch is orange and spruce has a blue tint. Birchwood also looks a bit different, with it having a very slight pink tint to the blocks. The same goes for jungle wood, which has a more green instead, and would fit well in a swamp biome. All saplings have been given overhauls to look like azalea saplings, so they're more 3D. If you head to the Nether, warped and crimson trees have been given some emissive textures, and the biggest change of all comes to leaves, which are given a bushy appearance. You can change the appearance of the Ender Dragon and Wither boss bars with this pack. They look a lot better than the vanilla boss bars, and have small details to represent each boss, like Nether star icons. These would go great in any world type. Books to letters will let you change the name of books in an anvil. That way they can be turned into 20 different letter styles. The letters have designs that make them have frog, love, death, flag, box themes, and more. So you can write using a book and a quill, sign it, and turn it into a letter. This pack will give lots of items some new animated textures. Diamonds will shimmer, ender eyes will blink, honeycomb will drip, and spider eyes will wiggle. Quite a lot of other items are given new animations, like fish and axolotls. redstone dust, slime balls, and netherite ingots. You can now rename a bow or crossbow to turn into 9 different weapons. You can make the likes of rocket launchers, snipers, pistols, rifles, and more. Arrows have been turned into bullets, and the weapons have some reload animations, or they could just be displayed on the wall of your base. If you get the full version of this pack from Patreon, then there's over 50 weapons. Slightly vanilla animals changes 4 of Minecraft's passive mobs. These are the cow, pig, chicken, and sheep. There's a bit more variation on their textures, but the biggest changes come to the models. Each animal has more 3D features like ears, noses, and horns, and they all blend into the vanilla game quite nicely. I love how prominent mobs look. When hovering over a spawn egg, you will see a pixel art graphic of the creature that it spawns. They look really professional, and this pack definitely has me itching for a pixel art styled Minecraft game. With chest to pouches, the texture of chests that are placed on an animal will be changed. Now, the likes of llamas and donkeys will look like they're carrying leather pouches instead, which is a nice improvement. The textures of your regular chests will remain untouched. Magic Bookshelves will add close to 50 variants to the bookshelf block. Your libraries and enchanting rooms should be improved, as they won't be so repetitive anymore. Bookshelves feature candles, alchemical ingredients, skulls, and more, though unfortunately, you need to disable connected textures in Optifine for it to work. The scientific Sky Emulator pack replaces Minecraft Sky so that it looks like the one you see in real life instead. The skybox is replaced with a 12K resolution image of our own night sky. The developer claims that it follows our sky and different parts will be displayed each night. Fun in the Sun, otherwise known as FITS, makes some minor changes. The pack is designed to revisit Minecraft's textures and give them a more vibrant look, which is definitely noticeable in-game, especially when looking at the likes of grass blocks or different crops. Although some blocks look a bit more rustic too, like planks, which really help achieve the country style. You don't have to worry about this pack changing the game too much, as it still feels like vanilla Minecraft, just improved. Another pack I mentioned last month was Glamrock Freddy and Friends, a pack which adds 5 Nights at Freddy creatures to your world. An add-on was released this month which adds Bonnie the Bunny. You can obtain Bonnie by renaming an iron golem, and he has some cool facial animations, but looks great in general. It's worth installing if you're using the original pack. A new Nebulae pack was released, and this one places what looks like a bush inside of leaf blocks. They're brown in color and are intended to give structure to trees, so they look like branches, but the developer does recommend a powerful computer for this pack. ItsSmooth is a work in progress, with a very small amount of blocks currently being reworked. But as you can see, it gives the textures a very minimalist and smooth appearance, like they're from an old retro game. The developer aims to have every block be made of up to 3 colors or less, so if you like the look of this pack so far, make sure to follow the developer's progress. Another pack to change textures is the Stardew Farm Pack. It changes the textures of farming and food items like melons, pumpkins, apples, bread, and more, so that they look like they do in the Stardew Valley game. I might reference this texture pack again soon for a video I'm currently working on. You can install Refurbished Ender Dragon to update the final boss fight. The model has been changed so that the dragon looks a bit chunkier, and there's holes in its wings. The textures are changed too, so that there's more detail and less flat features. Veggie Villagers is very well made and will change the textures and models of villagers into different vegetables, depending on the biome they're in. For example, in a plains biome, they look like potatoes, in a desert, they look like cactuses, and in savannas, they look like carrots. But there's even more variants like pumpkin, mushroom, chili, and eggplant. They're pretty cute and have different outfits and equipment, which makes them all unique. Zombie villagers are also changed, and the developer has further plans to change pillagers. Better Beehive will change the texture of the bee nest, which spawns naturally. Firstly, the texture will be of higher quality, and you can watch as it fills with honey. But now the nest also has some 3D elements, which you'll notice on the top of the bee nest, so that it's more rounded. You can change the textures and models of beds with this pack. They have a lot more detail, and you can see the individual posts, pillow, and more as it has a lot of extrusions. It looks like it's straight out of a tavern or something similar. Use this pack to rename your netherite tools, including your sword, pickaxe, axe, shovel, and hoe. By renaming them to be fancy, they'll look completely different as they'll have higher quality textures and more 3D effects. The Enchanted Book pack will assign each enchanted book its own unique texture. With packs like these, the aim is to make enchantments easily and quickly identifiable. As an example, Quick Charge features a clock, and Fire Aspect shows a sword that's on fire. Five Nights at Freddy's Plush Totem Pack allows you to rename the Totem of Undying. They can be turned into Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy. They're still able to be used like a regular Totem of Undying in your offhand slot, but you can also place them inside of item frames to display them. Another realism pack is PRISM. You can download the 32 times resolution version for free, but anything higher is behind the developer's Patreon. I'm showing the 32 times version on screen, as I only want to showcase packs that you can access for free. Not all of the blocks are complete yet, but I do like how they look, even in this resolution. And my favorite block right now is the jungle wood planks. If you want to see what this texture pack looks like in higher qualities, then check out the packs page, as the developer has provided lots of screenshots. All Natural focuses on nature, and the first change you'll notice is that grass and leaves are a lot bushier, with them looking a lot more dense. If you head to a birched forest, then you'll find that it's been turned into a cherry blossom grove instead. Vines have been changed too, so that they look bushy and actually really suit their new look. Some extra changes come to flowering potatoes, denser sugarcane, and more. Squarespace has kindly sponsored this video. At Squarespace, you can sign up and create a website that fits many purposes. For example, they provide the tools to create an online store, where you can sell physical and digital goods, manage your inventory, and receive product reviews. There's even extensions to help streamline the process, like being able to print items on demand as they're ordered. Or there's the ability to create the likes of a community, where members can sign up either for free or with a paid subscription, and they'll be able to access gated content. You don't need to be an expert in web design either, as there's lots of templates to choose from, and every element can be changed to your liking in just a few clicks. So make sure to visit squarespace.com/powerdown for a free trial and get 10% off your first order of a website or domain. And thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. That concludes this list. There's some more videos on the screen right now which you might like, as well as our resource and texture pack playlist. I'll do another one of these next month, so stick around.